what is up everyone, and welcome back to the Animus, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Kaizo Waterfall spray booth, and we're going to go ahead and compare it to its predecessor, the Invention and Innovation X Kaizo Collaboration Waterfall spray booth. And you guessed it, it's almost the same spray booth. Now, I've been using the Kaizo Innovation like Waterfall Spray Booth collaboration, which is the first one that they released with the Waterfall Spray Booth with this design. And I've been using it for a long time now, and I have to say this thing is a complete workhorse of a booth. And I have zero complaints aside from the maintenance, which is a little bit tricky because you do have to swap the water a lot so your pump doesn't get clogged there. But that's a story for another time. Now, as far as size goes in regards to this Waterfall spray booth, this spray booth is a beast of a size of a spray booth. So you do have to make sure that you have enough space for the spray booth as well. I'm not gonna say that that it doesn't consume a lot of space, because it does. I currently have it set up on a desk, and it's basically by itself on the desk itself. So just keep that in mind. Whenever you are setting this up, you are going to need a ton of space. As far as compared to the newer version of the Kaizo Waterfall spray booth, it does seem like the dimensions are almost exactly the same, although it does conserve a lot of space because of that pegboard style side, and because they kind of minimized minimalize the size of the actual frame for the spray booth itself. Now, for the initial cost of the Invention and Innovation Kaizo spray booth, I do believe that it was circulating around the $400 mark whenever you spoke about taxes and shipping included. Now, as for its successor, you can currently find it around $419 to $450 depending on where you buy it from. That is including sometimes shipping, since most of these companies do ship for free once you buy the actual booth itself. Now, as far as features go, the original Kaizo spray booth does include an LED light, so you can clearly see what's happening there in the chamber. It also features a 600 M2H 80 watt motor for your extractor there, which is a very powerful, very loud fan extractor there. The way that these work is that it'll usually have the waterfall, and then it'll extract any excess paint and also absorbing any other particles with the waterfall itself. Now, as far as the water pump goes, it does feature a 45 watt water pump, which is that standard. I want to say that it's a standard fish tank water pump, because I've seen it and they all look the same to me. So it's probably easy to replace or source materials. You don't exactly have to order it or do anything else. You probably go to your nearest pet shop and then go ahead and replace it. Now, Animus, if you already have one of these spray booths, why would you go ahead and get another spray booth itself? And the answer is simple. I wanted to make sure that I compared it. I wanted to do a fair comparison to both spray booths, because this spray booth has definitely been a workhorse when it comes to my projects, and I definitely wanted to share that with you guys. And as far as the successor for the spray booth itself, you guessed it, it has the same specs when it comes to everything that comes with the spray booth. The only difference is that this one has a better design decals for the actual spray booth itself, which might be easier to clean, but we have yet to test it, so wait around for the 6-month review for this. Kaizo did include a self-healing mat for your spray booth in case you do want to work on your projects while on the spray booth, although I would not recommend it. And then the other difference that this one has is that it also brings ports, so you have a USB port and a USB-C port in case you want to connect some of your stuff on there, especially like cameras and stuff like that. Now, the new booth features a pegboard system, which means that it's very customizable when it comes to that. But I do have to say that for the price tag that this spray booth has, I wish it would have brought a little bit more of accessories when it came for the pegboard system. Now, both spray booths do feature the same control module as the last one. Like I mentioned before, it does say that this is like the version Kai of the spray booth, but aside from aesthetics and a few upgrades here and there when it comes to like maybe the drip pan and stuff like that, then I don't really see that much of a difference when it comes to the actual spray booth. Aside from the fact that it is aesthetically pleasing, and you guys know that I do love things that look nice, I don't see much of a difference. Now, I also want to mention that none of these booths bring the actual hose that you're going to need for your extractor. Aside from that, it does not bring an adapter for you to put on the window either, so you would have to properly jerry rig it together like I did with mine, and I'll have a link in the description of the kit that I use so I can go ahead and put it on my window. And now for the question that everybody asked me on social media. They said, well, if you already have the Invention and Innovation one, is it worth getting the version Kai? And I am going to tell you right now that the answer is maybe. If you are looking to upgrading your Spraybooth into one that's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, or because it's a little bit more customizable when it comes to the pegboards, then at that point, then yeah, sure, I guess you could upgrade it. However, that price is really steep for the same things. The only extra things that you do get are the USB-C port with the USB port, and aside from that, you get the pegboard system. Everything else that is included with this Airbrush spray booth is the same as the original one. Now, if you already have an Invention and Innovation one, I definitely cannot recommend getting the new one unless you are going to either have a 2 setup station, or if you're trying to, you know, get one that looks a little bit better than the one that you already have. Aside from that, I do not see the reason why somebody will want to upgrade to the new one when they are exactly essentially the same spray booth in the end. But I do have to say that the new spray booth does look a lot nicer. So if you are into aesthetically pleasing things like I am, then at that point, then yeah, sure, I could definitely recommend the upgrade. Aside from that, I am a little bit disappointed that for the price tag, it does not include extra accessories aside from the 4 little accessories for the pegboard, and it does not include a hose. I feel that if you're going to pay over $400 for a spray booth, you should definitely get that included. So that way you don't have to jerry rig something together. Because remember, all of that is additional cost. You're probably looking at $20 for the hose, and you're probably looking at another $20 for an adapter for the window. Now, if you are getting one of these types of spray booths for the first time, and you are thinking about getting the Kaizo version Kai spray booth, then I can definitely recommend you getting it. Of course, if you already have the Invention and Innovation, I wouldn't recommend it. However, if you are just getting one for the first time, yes, of course, I can definitely recommend it. I have so many hours behind my original spray booth, and it has been a workhorse of a spray booth. And that is it for today's video. I just wanted to make sure I did a small unboxing, a little bit of comparison between both spray booths, so that way I could give you guys an educated guess on what to expect when you're getting one of each. Now again, if you already have an Invention and Innovation, it is all up to you. It's up to personal opinion or personal preference whether or not you want to upgrade to the new one. However, in my honest opinion, if you already have one, you do not need the other one. But it does look really nice. Now, if you do have any further questions about the spray booth, just go ahead and drop them in the comments. I am fairly active in the comments with in regards to everything that has to do with my videos. So if you do have any questions or comments, or if you do have one of these spray booths and you already like and how it works, just let me know in the comments. Share your experience with it. You know, I love it when people share their experiences with like model kits or tools or anything like that on my videos, because it just helps the community grow. Because it's not just my opinion out there. You'll also have other people that are expressing their opinions and are expressing their experiences with different tools, especially with things like this that cost a lot of money. So I believe that if you are going to invest in tools like these, you should definitely get an honest opinion about them. So keep a lookout in the future for the next future tool reviews. We do have another tool review coming out soon as well as the Star Destroyer version Dark that will be releasing soon. So thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you all next time.